Another element we're going to have to really pay attention to and look at is obviously our rhythms, all these rhythms which are written in the book here. We're going to have to focus on our cars, our big cars, and our very, very big bus, our 1 beat, 2 beats, and 4 beats. These play such a big role going forward in this book. But luckily, the book is so fantastic, we have actually rhythm exercises to help us really understand this and internalize what these notes mean. So luckily, we have rhythm exercise 1 in the Dogs and Birds book, page 2. So if you look here, we've got rhythm exercise 1, and it's everything we have spoken about before. So we've got our very, very big bus, our cars, and our big cars. And at first, all we're going to want to do is look at our tapping hands. So let's just get the child running through A, B, and C, which has looked at all of these. And if you notice, as we go through the book, these get a little bit more confusing and they get coloured. So we are looking at both hands. So if you look on page 4, rhythm exercise 2, where it starts getting a bit more complicated, because it's asking for both hands at the same time. So here, we've got red and blue on top of each other, and it's all cars. So it should be very simple. We're going to take our tapping hands, and we're just going to do red and blue together as cars. So we can go car, 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 car. Now I've only played it up till the second bar, going into the third bar, but you understand the idea. It also does the same for big car. So big car, big car, big car, big car. The same with very, very big bus in C. Now, D is where we start getting the idea of how the rhythm exercises are going forward, because we start mixing them together over these 4 bars here. So I'll just give you an example what this looks like. I'm going to play it from here to here, and this is going to get our brains thinking. We're going to be reading and worrying about what we're doing with our hands. So we've got car, car, big car, very, very big bus, big car, 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 very, very big bus. Okay, so the first few rhythm exercises are super easy. We're not doing anything too complicated using our tapping hands. Now, as we start going through the book, we'll go away from our tapping hands and we're going to go towards our owl's eyes, okay? So if we go to rhythm exercise 3 on page 8, this is where it starts getting a little bit more tricky because the notes aren't played at the same time. We've got a red hand and a blue hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to start breaking this down. A really easy way of doing this is always looking down, down, down on each beat. So the first one, it's red hand and then blue, red and blue. So while you're reading, you're going to be thinking about this and what these notes actually represent. Is it a car, a big car, or a very, very big bus? So I'm going to take these owl's eyes. I'm going to use dog and bird here. I'm going to take this super easy. Now, you can say car, big car. Some children like saying red, blue together. That might be easier. There's no right or wrong at the moment. We're just worrying about, are we getting these rhythms correct? So I'm just going to do A here. So we're going to go red, blue, red, blue, or car, 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 car. Or we can count it 1, 2, 3, 4, or car, 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 car. This is super important when reading because what we're doing really is we're getting used to playing all these rhythms and the musical notes at the same time. So we're really teaching them secretly what they're going to be doing later in the book. So now we really want to understand why we're doing all this. It's quite understandable. We're doing loads of different things and we're putting them together. Now, we're doing this to implement all the skills this book here has put towards us. So we're looking at rhythm, we're looking at reading music, we're looking at oral skills, we're looking at singing. We're trying to bring all these pieces together with all the activities in this book, and we're going to get a true understanding, not just reading it and playing it. We want to fully immerse ourselves in it. The principles behind all these activities we're doing here is so the child or children, whoever's doing this, can practice unaided in between lessons. And this is why all the methods in this book are super simple and easy to remember. So really what we want to do is remember our 3 golden rules, which is sing everything, don't play faster than 60 beats per minute or 1 beat a second, and also always mark your red hand and your blue hand. This is going to really help us get through this course really simply. Another element we really have to touch upon again is obviously our posture. We want to make sure the child is in a nice place, sitting correctly, arms out, not squeezing our hedgehog, making sure Mr. Mouse can go underneath our arms, and we're there, always ready to play with our concentration here. Another thing we can do, and this is to help our child's creativity, is improvisation. Now, this is going to go back to my favourite thing on this planet, which is the music map. Now, what I like to do, I've got the music map here. Now, we can get our tiles, and as I said before, we let the child pick the tiles, and they can either use the animals themselves or just blank notes like this, and we start placing them anywhere like this. And what you can start doing is drawing lines to make the notes, and they can try and play what they've written here. Or you don't even have to go that complicated. You can just go, okay, we've got our 2 animals here. Let's think about everything we've learned in our previous lesson, and let's try and use them to make a song. And as I say, they get their allies, use dog and bird, and they can make up their own rhythms, their own songs. Just make sure they're singing and they're being creative, because this is going to help us grow as a musician and help their creative process, which is so important when you're a musician.